Muslims,
violence,
refugees,
mutants.
Welcome to Pop Culture Politics, the show where we talk about your shows, what they're trying to say, and how that relates to your world today. Now, if you've got a TV show or a film you want us to discuss, let us know in the comments below. So, The Walking Dead. Now, I'm going to sound like a complete hipster douchebag when I say this, but I don't watch Walking Dead for the action or the cool deaths.
Is that Baywatch?
Yes, but I just watch it for the articles.
See, that's just what it is on the surface. So let's go deep. I watch The Walking Dead because it lets you ask that fundamental question of who are we without police and a prison system? We get to call ourselves civilized as a society because we've given our capacity for violence to the police. They're violent, so we don't need to be. And that's probably why the show centers around a guy who used to be a cop. Now, given that this is only the second episode of PCP, I want to really ease into the more difficult topics later on. So, the death penalty. In season 2, I know, everybody's favourite season, they have the best discussion of the death penalty that I've ever seen on TV. See, all the good guys are living on this farm, which is something that's quite rare to find, somewhere that's actually safe with fences, but obviously they have to leave from time to time to get essentials, you know, like food, condoms, and abortion pills. And on one of their little outings, they come across this other group that's trying to kill them, and not just kill them, find out where they live so they can take all their food, their supplies, where they're living, and their women, you know, very fine people.
You got a farm?
Yeah, you got food, water?
You got coos? Yeah, a piece of ass in weeks.
Oh, I'll shoot you 3 assholes in the head and take your damn thing.
Get back.
But a bunch of zombies show up and they have to drive away, but they leave one of the bad guys behind.
Don't leave me, please.
We have to go.
I can't. He was just shooting at us. He's a kid. Please help me. This place is crawling with walkers. Can't leave him.
And he's injured, and the good guys go, take him, heal him up, and bring him back to their camp. And they've got him locked up in a barn, but they have a question. What do? They quickly come to the conclusion that this guy probably poses a significant threat.
Why would you save my life just to kill me by leaving me here? I went to school with Maggie, for God's sake!
You went to school with Maggie?
He knows where the farm is, Rick. Where we are, he knows. Say he finds his way back to his people.
Shake, no!
And so the group has to decide. They consider the idea of rehabilitation.
Well, he could be an asset. Give him a chance to prove himself.
Put him to work?
We're not letting him walk around.
He's right. I wouldn't feel safe unless he was tied up.
Look, say we let him join us, right? Maybe he's helpful. Maybe he's nice. We let our guard down, and maybe he runs off, brings back his 30 men.
So the answer is to kill him to prevent a crime that he may never even attempt?
But they start with what we would do with him, which is prison. But they don't have the resources for a prison system.
Couldn't we continue keeping him prisoner?
Or just another mouth to feed.
It may be a lean winter.
We could ration better.
An extra mouth to feed means one extra trip out into dangerous areas, and we all know how badly that can go. But do we just kill him?
This is a young man's life. And it is worth more than a 5-minute conversation. Is this what it's come to? We kill someone because we can't decide what else to do with them.
See, personally, I don't think the death penalty is a good idea, but look at it this way. The government spends money feeding serial killers in a world where we have people who are starving. Surely the money spent feeding serial killers could be spent feeding the innocent. So maybe we just kill all serial killers, or all murderers, or all violent criminals, or all shoplifters. I'll come back to that. And like I said, I'm against the death penalty, but they should have killed that guy. So here's the thing. If you don't have the resources for a prison system, and you don't have police, then you only have 2 choices when it comes to threats. You either allow that threat to persist, which means that you're letting somebody exist who poses a threat to the lives of you and everyone you love, or you eliminate that threat. Those are your 2 choices. And The Walking Dead has shown us what happens when people refuse to kill people on principle. Remember that time Tyrese met that guy in the woods? The guy who was part of the group that was literally trying to eat the good people?
You're a good guy. That's why you're gonna die today. That's why the baby's gonna die. Why haven't you killed me? How does having me alive help you? Why the hell are you even talking to me?
Back off! Back off!
Put the weapons on the ground, kick them over right now.
Right now!
Yeah, that's how it works.
And even though in that moment Tyrese didn't have to kill the guy, he says
He's dead. I had to.
because he did. Otherwise, he would be endangering the life of that baby. And when the numbers get larger, back at the farm, you're dealing with the lives of 20 people against one guy. Now, some of you may be fans of Dexter, and every time he kills a serial killer, he's probably saved about 20 people at least. Arguably, if you know that 20 people are going to die if you don't kill somebody, and you don't do it because you don't want blood on your hands, one could say that was selfish. But that logic only works if killing that person is literally the only option. In our society, in the real world, we have the resources to run a prison system, but those resources are limited. Remember what I said about how we shouldn't be allowing innocent people to starve while serial killers are fed in prison? But you should also remember we shouldn't be allowing innocent people to starve while multi-billionaire CEOs do coke off hookers on their yachts. Now, the government has the power to balance these things out through taxes, and I hate to say this, but Lori was right.
We could ration better.
And if we are able to balance things out, then we have to decide what's more important, that a multi-millionaire CEO gets to live like the Wolf of Wall Street, or that we don't have a system that legally kills people who could be innocent. But as usual, we're taught to pit the people at the bottom against each other so that we don't look at the people at the top. But hey, that's for another video. The point is, no Western society or anywhere where there's wealth should ever have to resort to killing its criminals, because quite simply, we can afford not to. But hey, if you disagree with anything I've said today, or if you have any ideas for another aspect of a TV show or a film you want to discuss next time, let us know in the comments below. I'm Fleming. I'm on PCP. Good night.